Since coming into office in September 2022, Captain Traoré has been vocal about national sovereignty and security. His leadership focuses on combating terrorism, restoring territorial integrity, and revamping institutions for better service delivery. Some of the key measures being put in place include strengthening national security. Traoré has engaged in military campaigns against jihadist insurgencies. His administration has mobilized resources to arm and train security forces, ensuring that the most vulnerable regions are safeguarded against extremist groups. The local defense initiatives introduced allow the communities to defend themselves, while at the same time developing collaboration with state forces. Restoring governance. Traoré put in place anti-corruption measures that signaled a no-nonsense approach to the misuse of public resources. This was seen as a significant step toward re-establishing public confidence in government institutions. His message of transparency and accountability thus far has struck a chord with citizens who, for years, have called for an end to government corruption and ineptitude. Boosting the economy. Economic reforms under Traoré seek to reduce inequality and poverty, from which extremist groups often draw their recruits. Agricultural investments, infrastructure, and education form the bedrock of his development strategy. Death penalty proposal. The reintroduction of the death penalty under Traoré's regime reflects the urgent need to deter heinous crimes and maintain order. Although the exact offenses eligible for capital punishment have not been finalized, the government has hinted at severe crimes such as terrorism. Considering Burkina Faso's experience with jihadist violence, acts of terrorism would presumably be one of the offenses for which the death penalty might be imposed. This could include organizing or participating in attacks that lead to a significant number of deaths. Murder and heinous crimes. Premeditated murder and exceptionally atrocious acts of violence against civilians may also form part of the list of capital offenses. Crimes against the state. Espionage, high treason, or acts against national security may be considered. This move reflects Traoré's determination to assert authority and instill a sense of accountability. While proponents argue it serves as a strong deterrent to potential offenders, critics worry about human rights implications, particularly given the potential for judicial errors or misuse of the law. Public reaction and regional context. The possible reintroduction of the death penalty by Burkina Faso would come against a backdrop of an upward trend in the use of capital punishment within the region, especially as countries face growing security threats. In Africa, the number of executions has tripled in recent years, signaling a shift in how governments handle severe crimes. Traoré's method has sharply divided opinion. Backers see it as a vital step toward ending impunity and restoring order, while human rights activists warn of the danger of unfair trials and abuses. Lastly, Captain Ibrahim Traoré's leadership reflects the deep commitment of stabilizing Burkina Faso amid daunting challenges. His interest in security, governance, and economic reforms underlines his bigger vision for a resilient and self-reliant nation. The restoration of the death penalty, as controversial as it may be, epitomizes the resolve his administration has to combat grave crimes and enforce justice. As Burkina Faso navigates this pivotal era, Traoré's decisions will shape the nation's future, balancing the urgent need for security with the fundamental rights of its citizens. This policy, like many of his initiatives, seeks to reinforce national unity and signal a firm stance against impunity.